Yes! It's so lovely to see you!
The door to your cell stands open. Is all well?
Oh, all is splendid! The villagers have decided that I need no longer be locked within it, but I am so surpassing fond of it that I have decided to stay. It is no longer a cell, but a home. My home.
Is that so? It seems the townspeople continue to make you welcome. I am very glad to hear it.
Yes! And all is thanks to you, my saviors.
There is something we would ask of you. In order to defeat Foul Hargon, we must needs traverse the mountain range that stands between here and Tislea. But we've heard tell that to do so might be difficult, perhaps impossible for humans such as ourselves. We wish to ask if you might know of a way.
A way for humans to reach Hargon's dwelling place, you say? Oh, I suppose I have never really thought about such a thing before.
Is aught the matter? You seem rather quiet.
No. It is simply that Not so long ago, I advocated for your removal. It does not seem right to simply walk up and cry good day.
Oh, please, there is no need to be so careful on my account. In truth, I have come to see the reason in your argument since my incarceration here. To lose one's home, one's most sacred place, must be both terrifying and saddening in equal measure. Why, if Burrowell were to fall, I fear I would struggle to go on living. And I have lived here only a short while. To lose the home in which one was born and raised must be... I can hardly imagine.
I do not hate you. Not any longer. I only hope that you do not hate me.
I don't suppose we might ever become friends?
Of course we can. Can we not?
I fear it is not quite so simple. My kind, we did unspeakable things to yours, and I did nothing to stop them.
Yes. But I, in my turn, wish to punish you for crimes you yourself did not commit. We are no better than one another.
Perhaps not. And perhaps this explains the awkwardness between us. No matter what we speak of, all we can think to say to one another is sorry. What if you were to treat me as something of a confidant? In sharing our thoughts and fears, in helping one another, perhaps apologies might turn to thank yous, and in time, even to friendship. Does that sound like something you might like? Oh, this warms my heart indeed. And in order that the first thank you might come sooner rather than later, allow me to seek out a way for you to cross the mountains.
Thank you. But we must do something for you in return. Please, name it.
Me? Oh, well, I know that this was my idea, but nothing springs to mind. I suppose I'm quite content. Ah, well, perhaps you might go and seek out a certain village for me, a place by the name of Sluice. There is a man, Rogue, at the end of this corridor who has been ever so worried about it. And as such, I have been a little worried also. Perhaps if you might go and speak with him of what troubles him so?
You were sure? You would not prefer that we did something for your sake?
But this will be for my sake. I want for nothing, only for others to be happy and well.
Then how could we possibly refuse?
I must go and seek out some specifics with regard to how humans might gain entry to Hargon's domain. I shall return ere long. If you could see your way to speaking with Rogue while I am gone, I would be much obliged.
Alack, I am found. 'Tis a fair comrade. I, Rogue Fastfinger, do hereby yield to thee. I say, thou seemst big and strong and grown up. Perhaps thou knowest something of slews. I am surpassing worried for all my friends there. Couldst thou perchance see thy way to checking on them? Please? Pretty please?
Of course. We had intended to journey there to do just that. But, if I might ask, why do you worry so for their sake?
Why? Because of the oh-so-scary scoundrels that have made their home in the Tower of the Moony Moon nearby, of course. They have turned my poor friends' heads fair upside down.
The Tower of the... And what precisely do you mean by upside down?
Why, I have not the first nor the foggiest clue. I know only that all in that place have grown surpassing strange of late, thanks to those fiends and their plaguey jewel. When I saw some of their number sail away, I did seize the opportunity to lock the floodgate, that they might never come back, and that their friends in the tower might never escape. The rogues. With this, might thou unlock it again, and thereby gain passage. Please, I beg of you, go to the tower and drive out the rotten, smelly scoundrels.
Was there not something a little strange about our friend Rogue?
Strange? In what way?
Though a man full grown, you speak more if he were one of us. Younger, even. I thought the same. To listen to him, one would not have thought him an adult at all.
No, indeed. Though these cells are so placid and gloomy, their arguments certainly are not.
Perhaps, but that is not what I speak. I speak of this air. It was unnatural.
Really? Are there not adults who speak in such a manner?
In any case, come, let us away. 'Tis loose.
Ah, if it's not our friends, the young heroes. I trust that all is well. Farewell and joy of continuing peace thanks to your valiant efforts.
I am full glad to hear it.
Elmu, too, continue to exclaim most magnificently.
Elmu?
Aye, fee to capture and bring here with us. He is captive no longer, but instead occupieth his former cell of his own free will. He had known the name, so we gave him one, after his peculiar manner of speech. A most charming Munica, is it not? Ah, but to hear me, I too have become ensnared in his adorable net. Which is to say that we of the village have grown rather fond of our little friend.
It would indeed seem so, and it did not attest themselves great happiness he had found here.
Though it may be few and far between, it seemeth that there are those among monsterkind with whom we humans might reach an understanding. Would that this were true of all fiends?
One day, Lady Rubus came to us and spoke of a darkness that she sensed growing in her realm. A shadow began to fall across our age of light. Just as Lady Rubus had foretold, the darkness grew ever greater, and from it were born beings of purest night. With their dark magics, they sealed our creator away, trapping her in a prison of stone. Alas, we fairies have not the strength to overcome forces that would best a goddess. It was all that we could do but to weep for Lady Rubus and grieve her fate. That, and pray that one mighty enough to free her would someday appear before us.
Visitors, forgive me, wanderers. I am somewhat distracted at present. For reasons I only wish I knew, the better part of the people here have regressed in their minds and childishness. It is most vexatious. If you seek my counsel, it will have to wait.
Regressed to childishness?
I, as the same before, surely attests, though to the keen eye they seem unchanged. Inside, they are as fractious implings. They scamper hither and yon, champing and jesting and otherwise sowing discord. But their bodies are those of grown men and women, and must surely soon suffer the consequences. And here I am, unable to go and consult with the priests of the tower. The tower? Do you mean, perchance, the Tower of the Moon?
We hear tell of troublesome sorts have been taken up in residence there.
Troublesome? Why, quite the contrary. As I say, the men in there are men of religion, and assorted to other such good-natured souls. They are even asked that any who visit the village be encouraged to visit them. Mayhap they crave the company of well-traveled souls such as yourselves? Alas, the floodgate is closed at present, and none may go to them until such time has been reopened.
The floodgate?
Aye, some saucy rogue have taken the key. This is the work of one of those addle-paddle man or woman children, no doubt.
Hey, come quickly! The house's floor is sealing with sticky fingerprints yet again! Will their cursed antics never end?
Again? Curse them! My apologies. Perhaps next time I treat you to a more welcome. But for now, I must depart.
So these are the upside-down headed villagers much rogue spoke. They have become his children. And it's he, or so would his curious manner of speaking suggest.
And yet he spoke of the tower's unhappiness with fear, not the preference so recently afforded them. Indeed, the man with whom he spoke seemed to think them fine, upstanding people indeed.
I suppose we shall have to go and see for ourselves. And in order to do which, we shall need to make use of the key entrusted us by our friend Rogue. Now our ship may pass.
Indeed, but let us board and make for the Tower of the Moon. Silence! I wish not to see your lips move. Only your legs.
But when will our wishes be granted? Thou didst make unto us a solemn promise, didst thou not?
Aye, thou didst swear to make us richer than thy wildest dreams. Silence, I say! The trick is to trust. Lord Hargon's faithful do not harbor doubts. Now follow me, my children.
Nay, I trust thee not, and I shall ne'er again listen to a word thou sayest, thou liar!
Bah, Charmy, if you mean to mither remote all the way to the ceremony, perhaps I should simply end things here.
Stay your hand, fiend. Whatever you do, you shall not be suffered to do it.
What hocus pocus is this?
You do not sound like any priest I have ever encountered.
Thou hast a keen eye for illusion, human.
Just as we thought.
Now marvel as I perform my liege's trick, the chassis of those who dare stand against Lord Hargon.
Adler Kazam.
What wretched insolence!
It seems Rogue was right to worry for his friends. We are in thy debt. The priest did pretend to be such a kind and generous soul, only to turn to a wicked fiend all upon a sudden.
Though in truth, we have already begun to suspect in the other he claimed. He did promise he would richly reward it for committing acts of treachery against our own neighbors.
What? The devil!
Indeed, but I'm an upstanding citizen and told him no. And then he brought us here.
And he tried to do away with us. Come, we must be away to home before any more of his fiends find us. It is not so different from what I befell Riverport and Moonahan. Do you not think? Might this be the Fiend's base of operations? Perhaps?
Perhaps.
Scoundrels! Disguise themselves as humans in order for what they might wreak further havoc. They shall pay! Cast thy mind back to thy hatchling days, when thou didst fly free and easy, at upon thine every edge, when thou wert all and others as nothing. Return to the Atnicon days of thy youth. Wing thy way back there. But weep not when thou rememberest such times as thy most favorite desires were denied. For thou possessest the power to take whatsoever thou desirest by force. Go now, fly forth, do what thou wilt. Discard those who do not serve thy purpose. Why, free, do as we willed. Be very, very naughty. Return to our youth. Stop! That right this minute! Huh? What were we? Run! Quickly! And defeat company up!
I say.
Why, you must stick your picks right in! We're just about to rob these better-brained humans of the reason and restraint! And is that the crystal behind that grants you this power? That it is, Mighty Pazuzu and his owlish wisdom discern that humans might be more easily turned to evil, reduced to a childlike state. And truly, reducing them with the crystal's power is a thing to behold. They act with a selfishness so pure, one might squawk to see it.
So, if the crystal is shattered, they will return to themselves?
And thou thinkest that I will allow that? Flap not thy lips so carelessly, little human. You, take the treasure to Lord Pazuzu. Fly! And inform him that the chicklets we seek are here. I shall see that they are trussed up like the turkeys they undoubtedly are.
Why, certainly. I shall leave things here in your capable hands.
I hear that you are quite the little troublemakers, but I shall better my nest with truth your defeat nonetheless. Now come, flutter and flap all you will. I shall be the one crowing in the end.
You would learn the truth of the rumors? So be it. How about thee, rogue?
Ludogriff.
Unfortunate. Thank you very much. Thank you. We fight as one. I shall return this favor.
I need you!
I owe you one. You'll be fine. You have my gratitude.
Omni heal!
Thank you. Be careful. That will help.
beaten and squawked. Curses! His companion escaped with the crystal! Indeed, and until it is shattered, the people of Sluice may not be returned to their senses. What drives the fiends to torment me human soul? I cannot comprehend it. Nor I. They do not merely attack us, but take things to such spiteful extremes as to be beyond belief. What about you? What are you about, sister? Behold, the fiend had clutched this to his chest most tightly. It is an item of great importance. Let that become certain. How very clever of you to notice it. But what is it? And what is it for? I hear waves. As do I. So, it has some connection with the sea. Alas, I fear to tell us remarkably little. The fiend that we slew had told his companions to make haste to wherever this Pazuzu might be found, did it not? Mayhap Pazuzu, too, has some connection with the sea, and only by finding the fiend might we break the crystal and save the people of Sluice. But how will we do that? Let us return to Burwell. Elmu will surely have the return by now. Perhaps he knows something of where the leaders of Hargon's armies lurk. Indeed, Rogue will also wish to know how the people of Sluice fare. Come, then, to Burwell.